the messed up thing is that when I was listening to the Killstream, Ralph wasn't really even saying anything remotely offensive. So this is just a straight banhammer drop because he's been all his more offensive stuff he's been uploading to an archive channel.
I think this is a targeted attack on Ethan Ralph because the Wall Street Journal is coming after him. I think YouTube wants to head it off, and the Wall Street Journal article, for some fucking reason, the Wall Street has immense power, and
That's what I was gonna say. Didn't they like make an article about something before, and then it started messing with some YouTuber, or was that just were they messing with Andy? I can't remember correctly. I just remember the Wall Street Journal. No, PewDiePie, right? They were coming after PewDiePie, and then that kicked off the apocalypse apparently.
yeah, it was PewDiePie. PewDiePie is what kicked off the adpocalypse when Wall Street Journal did a they did an article over him. I guess he did a joke where he used Fiverr to have some fucking Indians or something.
Yeah, they held up a sign, something about the chosen people, and
Yeah,
then he dropped a hard R N word.
yeah, exactly. So Ethan Ralph has released a tweet. He says, "We're going to stay off the air for the rest of the night. More will be announced soon. I'm working on it, LOL." So they're done for the night. The Oofcast will be your entertainment for the rest of the night. We will talk about this, and
Well,
we're
I that's why I'm listening. I needed something else, and you're the alternative. So there you go.
we're the alternative. How dare you?
Right.
You
Hey,
don't think we're
I
superior?
got
Is that
I
what you're
got I
saying?
got some more input from a certain Egyptian monument here. Um, Somebody had their finger on the button because the Wall Street Journal they're watching his Twitter. The strikes happened within minutes of each other. Second one within 5 minutes of them going live on the alternative channel is more like 13 minutes, but whatever.
Uh,
So somebody had their finger on the button. Easiest way to make that happen is to either be a trusted flagger, be a verified YouTuber whose reports have more pull, perhaps enough pull to lift a boulder, or to have a group of people simultaneously flagging. This is just weird. Never seen that happen to anybody before. To me, this suggests that somebody within YouTube is fucking with them. Coordinated flagging by people outside of YouTube would just be an automatic thing and would result in a strike. Yeah, because Ralph also tweeted that the stream snippet still shows on YouTube, and Zidane didn't have any strikes assigned, but his streaming ability was revoked suddenly.
Yes. So somebody's watching him, and somebody's got a hate boner for Ralph. He made too much money, made too much success, so now somebody's feelings got hurt that they can't be as successful as him. Apparently.
but I put out a video when they had received 3 strikes within like a week on different channels, and this was after the Monday Matt stuff. And what I had said was basically, if they keep going like they are, and it's very unfortunate, it fucking sucks. But if they keep going like they are, where they have alt-right personalities on there, people who commiserate with far rights ideologies, that they're going to be targeted and they're going to be chased to the end of YouTube. And right now they got 2 successive strikes within 30 minutes. We stream sniped them. If they go live again, of course, we'll stream
No,
snipe them
they're not
again.
going live again tonight.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't look like they are. But I believe that they, at some point, and this may be that point, they're just going to be chased everywhere from channel to channel to channel. And the kill stream will have to be sunsetted. Because how far and how long can they carry this on? Or YouTube will change their policy where if you try to switch channels, they're going to ban the entire channel, and nobody's
Oh,
going to want to host them.
hold up. You update. Zidane does have a strike now. It seems.
Okay, do we have a tweet for that? I want to show that.
Let's see. It's hard to say if yeah. Well, I keep forgetting that for some reason my Twitter is off time from my actual time zone. I don't know
Right.
why,
Okay.
but
All right.
there's
What?
a link. I put it in the chat.
All right.
Uh,
You're
Zidane
modded,
did
right,
get
Don
struck.
Wade? You're modded. I just want to make sure you're modded. Is that right?
Yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
Zep seems to be dropping some hot
I put
takes
it
in
in
the
the
chat in
Discord
Discord.
chat, not the YouTube chat.
Maybe you can bring Zep in to give his thoughts.
Yeah. Well, if he is in the if he wants to come in the waiting room, I'll bring him in. I like to talk to Zeph. I don't give a fuck. You want to tell me who not to talk to? Fuck you. Everybody is fucking dirty around here. I know my principles. I know I'm okay. Don't tell me who
Well,
not to talk to.
I freaking streamed with Zeph like a few months ago when everybody still hated him, and then I
Yeah.
got all kinds of shit for it. I'm like, I don't care. Zeph was just a meme to me. I just want to talk to the guy. I don't fuck you. I don't make money off this anyway.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, like myself, everybody around here, every single person from Medicare to Andy to Tonka, whoever, I've talked to all of them personally. I've had personal interactions with everybody involved in this fucking bullshit, this environment. Everybody is dirty. So, in my opinion, the people that they're coming against, they have no right to really claim the moral high ground. So, everybody, in a way, they're all worth at least talking to. I keep my principles. My principles don't change based on who I
You're
talk to.
wrong. You're dead wrong.
To
Journalists are not worth talking to.
Yes, they
well,
are. If you're gonna troll the life out of them.
yeah. What if you're gonna troll them? How about that, Dongwave?
Apparently, trolling them now with things like the NPC meme is hate speech.
I'm gonna bring on Sargon Bomb Israeli. I don't know what the rest of his name is. I think he might
Pants.
pants.
It's Sargon Bomb Israel pants.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
SpongeBob Israel pants.
Sponge Bomb. You because he was next to the Sponge Bomb Israel pants.
By the way, we have hit a new
And he's muted.
Oofcast. He's muted. I'll bring him out. I'll take him out in a second if he doesn't unmute himself. We've hit a, new Oofcast record at well over 603 watching. For you guys who are watching now, this is what the Oofcast is. We keep track of this shit.
Welcome, Killstream refugees.
Welcome, Killstream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People watching the Killstream, they don't know what to do, so they come to the Oofcast. We're glad to have you. We talk about this shit. Make sure to sub because there will be regular Oofcasts in the future that cover this stuff. That's what we do, right? Right, Stone Mexican guy. You know,
Yeah, I know enough.
he knows enough. All right, so Sargon Bombpan Israel, whatever the fuck, has dropped down to on deck. The kill stream has gone down. It's gone down twice. They've given up on streaming tonight. I'm sure they'll be back in the future. Let's bring in Nico. Nico, luckily, is not muted. How you doing, Nico? Are you there, buddy? Uh, Nico, come on. We're in front of 600 people. You got to say something. You got to put something out there.
We must secure the existence of our people in a future for.
No, Stone Mexican. That's not Nico. That's not Nico.
I'm just messing with you. But
Well,
either way, dude. Thanks for having me on. I need to f off. You take it easy.
fuck yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Appreciate you, SMG.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I can stay either. To be quite honest, I've got work in the morning.
Well, all right, Don. Well, as long as you can stay, we'd like to have you on. Jack has been silent. Um, I mean, we're going to keep track of this situation. The kill stream has been peacefully sunsetted tonight. They said it couldn't be done. You can't peacefully sunset the kill stream. It has happened, at least for tonight. At
Well,
least for tonight.
I'm just gonna say, you're gonna lay this out for people who don't really get what's going on here. All right, you have a bunch of communists out there, and they don't like people who, well, they don't like anyone really. They're communists. They're not really human.
Right.
But uh, they anyone who they really don't like or really don't want to hear talk, especially people who are right and who
Yeah.
know what they're doing and who make sense to other people, they label them Nazis, and
Yeah.
then they label them that with no basis, so they can then justify going after their income and their ability to speak to people and all this other stuff. And it's all a bunch of labels and smoke and mirrors.
Well, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, that's what they're doing. I mean, when it really fucking comes down to it, they are trying to suppress freedom of speech, all speech, because their ideology is so fucking weak. It cannot stand unless they're the only ones who are pushing it. If any sort of competition comes against it, any person who contradicts it comes against it, they have to silence that person rather than allowing that person to speak, because that person can easily tear down their entire house of cards. It's not
Mhm.
hard.
And and this is why I will never, for all the shit he did, the one thing that I will never forget or forgive Obama for is giving the internet over to the EU. The internet should have remained American forever. If once Trump came into power, he could have written up and passed an internet bill of rights and told the EU upload stuff to go fuck itself.
Yeah, Obama fucks everything up. Fuck Obama. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much. All right, so let's see here. I got a request from Church of Failure. Church of Failure is very confusing to me because Church of Failure appeared to be a failure fan account, and then all of a sudden was tweeting out top 10 Killstream stuff. And I got a request from him that got a lot of likes where he wants to review my report history, and I'm going to show that live on stream. I'll show everybody that, but I need to I fucking need to figure out how to do it. Somebody, do do you have a direct link, Dongwave, by the way, that I can look at
To
to show my
direct link.
to show my report history, to show that Thomas Ellington is not a flagger. I'll show that live. Everybody can see.
I don't have a direct link to your report history. Why would I have a direct link to your report history?
Well, not mine specifically, just in general. You should, like
You
YouTube.
do what? You want me to prove I didn't flag anyone? I don't have the
No,
power to
no,
make this shit
Dong,
happen, even
no,
if I
Dong,
did flag somebody, which I didn't.
Dong. Set it. I'm sorry, Dong. I gave you the wrong impression. I meant my report history. I'm looking for a direct link to just to.
No, I don't have that. No, I understand. I don't have that. I'm not. Um, Zidane was the one who gave that to Mundane Matt in the infamous episode of the Killstream. I'm not. I don't have that.
Well,
You can
internet.
message Zidane.
I think it wouldn't be hard to find. I googled it, but actually it didn't come directly up. Internet tab sends $2 and says "fuck radical journalists." Exactly. I don't care if radical journalists are doxxed because they're doxing people, the ones who are doxing people, that is, because they're fucking out of their mind. So if anybody wants to dox those guys, you dox those guys. By the way, this is what we do in the Oofcast. We cover this shit. It's good shit, and we do it regularly. I'm gonna try to do it. Dongwave, what do you think about doing it regularly? At what's a good time for you if you were to produce? By the way.
Well, let's. I already produced for Ape on every other Sunday and
Yeah,
Schmeckel
yeah.
on Saturdays and sometimes other days of the week. So I don't know if I can commit to anything, but if you need someone, feel free to ask me. And the worst that'll happen is to say no, I can't tonight.
Okay. Well, I was thinking. Now you do it every other Sunday. Is that what you said? Is that right?
That's the chimp out is every other Sunday. There should be one this Sunday, assuming I haven't Ape's been offline all night. I asked him to check and see if he got any strikes for his channels, but it wouldn't put it past them to try and take him down too for whatever reason. I'm sure they don't like the fact that the stream is called the Weekend Chimp Out, even if they're aware of it at all.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, it sounds a little racist, just a little bit. To the average normie, it sounds a little racist. When you think so, maybe.
Here, I'm gonna put. For some reason, your server's not showing any images, at least not on my screen. I don't know if you saw what I posted in general there, but if you do see it, throw it up on stream for everyone. I'm gonna tweet it out.
Yeah, what the hell? It's not showing the image. I don't know why. I don't have it set for you guys to not be able to show it. But you want me to show it on stream? Let me repeat. The kill stream has been struck twice. They were originally on the Killstream Live channel, the original channel. They switched to the Zidane channel. They got struck again within what would you say? 20 minutes maybe?
Within 20 minutes.
All right, Trez Silverwolf is sending the report history. This was really this is not the report history. I'm sorry, Trez. I know you're trying to help, but I'll show what I'm gonna put on stream. Dong, do you think I need to show my report history?
No, I don't. Okay, let's think at this logic. Let's for a second. I put a link to my tweet, which does make the image work in the chat. But let's extrapolate this logically. Let's say that you and I, for whatever reason, hate Ralph, which I clearly don't. I'm a regular guest on his show. It's the best exposure for my Italian news segment.
Yeah.
But let's say we hate him and we want to take down his stream.
Uh,
If both of us reported him, and I have access to Naked Ape's account and the Weekend Chimpet account, and I have several other of my own personal accounts. Let's say I use all of those. The most weight of which is by Naked Ape's account because it is, I believe, confirmed. It has the little check mark. Uh, even if I went into Naked Ape's account and used it, which he would hate, which I wouldn't do that. Uh, I don't think that is enough to make this happen this quickly. Uh, you would need either multiple confirmed accounts or something like that, and even then, reports from confirmed YouTubers don't make it happen this fast. This is insane.
yeah, I'm gonna bring in Ghost of Caligula, who has been a good he's been a quality contributor to the Oofcast. Caligula, how you doing, man? What's up?
I'm not doing that good. Apparently, where's my kill stream?
It's gone, man. I know that was your thing, and now you're stuck with the
Who am I gonna shit on now? Hmm?
well,
Journalists.
Did you
Shit on journalists.
anything to do with this, Smellington?
I would not. I mean, it bumped our viewers quite a bit. However, I do enjoy the kill stream. I wouldn't want to take it down. That's part of my entertainment, man.
I've heard they were leaks yesterday. They were searching for it for today. So yeah.
Well, I really honestly think this has everything to do with the Wall Street Journal. Those motherfuckers. They went after PewDiePie because the adpocalypse, and now they're going after super chats, and it absolutely resulted in the kill stream being taken down. I have no doubt about it.
So what I really don't understand about this is why they would bother to go after super chats when it's been demonstrated and announced by YouTube that super chats that they deem hateful go to charity anyway. So YouTube has already implemented a system to deal with unwanted super chats. So why do they feel the need to if anything, by doing this, they're denying money to charity. They are taking money out of the mouths of starving children, and instead, just because their feelings are hurt.
But I mean, they're still in money. If they're taking money from us because the super chat said something mean or racist, then they're stealing from us to put the money in the mouths of these starving children, which is not like the worst thing, but it's not meant for that. Somebody who's sending a super chat says, I want this creator, this person who I enjoy watching, or this show, I want to benefit it by sending this money, and the YouTube diverts it to whatever it is. It's still stealing. You could send
I
it.
agree completely. I agree completely. But like you think that would be leftist authoritarian dystopia enough, right? Oh, we're gonna take your money and give it to something we prefer to give it to. No, that's not good enough for them. Now they just don't want the money being exchanged at all. They're just shutting it all down. They don't even want to give it to charity anymore. They just don't want it, which is nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe somebody at YouTube is just too fucking lazy to do this work of changing the commentary constantly. I heard that that has been happening lately, at least in the comments section. Maybe they do it with the chat too, where they change your fucking comment in real time. Maybe they got tired of that and got lazy because they are fucking from big tech, San Francisco, whatever the fuck, Silicon Valley. Yeah. So
yeah.
a bunch of soy boy that are lazy and doesn't want to do more work.
Yeah, I was
broke that shit down.
I was
the Wall Street Journal.
I was sent a video where they
Hello,
showed
Jeff of Tal Flittermouse.
that
I was watching a Curious Droid video.
it's playing automatically. I know you guys can't hear it, but let me all right, so I was sent a video that I just pulled up.
Crazier.
God damn it.
Comment that I left
Let me close it out, fucking computer.
Converted to
I was sent a video where they showed that it was proven that these
Anyway,
comments
yeah, I meant to say
were
this definitely
being
is from an
changed
era,
in
not
real
yet,
time,
but that's
and
just
it
how
was
my
the
brain works
weirdest
sometimes
fucking
when I drink
thing
too much coffee and I'm in a rush.
Yeah, I
possible.
did see. I remember
Interesting thing
seeing
here
that
is
on Twitter a while back.
the comment was converted to
Yeah,
something
from Tau
completely
Tau
different.
Mouse.
Yeah, he's a he's a good YouTube channel. He does he I don't know why anyone would find his content offensive. All he does is review custom made shotgun loads.
Well, you know what? I could start a My Circle if you guys want to watch that, and we can see that where YouTube is going at this point.
By the way, they're saying that my audio is low. Is that okay?
Well, to be honest, man, you sound even with the rest of us. What do you think, Dongwave Jack Williams?
He says sounds like maybe a slightly lower, but not too noticeable. I don't know how it's going over your audio output though. If anything, right click his thing on Discord and boost his individual volume, and that should solve it.
Yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, he's been at 200% this whole time. He's been at max volume. I
I don't
can't
know.
pull it up higher.
That ought to solve that. I mean,
Hello,
that's the
everyone. This is
easiest
Jeff from Top
solution.
Player Mouse. I was watching a
Unless
curious droid.
Cligula, if you want to go into your Discord settings and boost your audio input volume, that's the only other way to really do it.
All right,
I'll
well,
try it.
I'm gonna share this Caligula and Dongwei. I'm gonna share this in general. If you guys are paying attention. This is the My Circle. We can watch the video that. Sorry, I had to cough. This video shows the comments actually being changed. He writes a comment, and when he puts it in, YouTube actually changes it entirely to something else. So this is where YouTube seems to be going. I think I mean I really think that shows like mine, like the Oofcast, which have a very similar format to the Killstream, will eventually fall into the target of YouTube. That's what I believe, especially
Yeah,
because of the fucking Wall Street Journal. But go ahead, Dom.
the more I see shit like this happen, the more I just want to go buy a nice plot of land far away from shit, get some solar generators, get some self-sustainability shit, water supply, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and then just shoot anyone who comes near my land.
Yeah. So you want to be a hermit? That's what you're saying.
I mean, the more I see of this stuff, the more being a hermit sounds appealing. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. I tell you what, I never thought about being a hermit, and it's kind of hard because I got 5 kids. I got a family to take care of. You can't just run out being a hermit.
Look,
No, actually,
yeah,
you gotta think differently, man. 5 kids, more like 5 workers. You got people to
Yeah.
tend your land. You got people to monitor the crops and shit. Take care of the animals.
Well, that's true. That's true. I got 5 extra essential free employees, a little bit of slave labor until they're 18 at least. That's what you're getting at, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I had to get my wife to get on board with that. Maybe we should go out in the mountains, and it'll be like an hour drive to the nearest grocery store, Walmart or whatever. I don't know how she'll feel about that. All because YouTube
what
is
is
acting
seems
nuts.
weird is it's not only affecting YouTube because even in Discord, there's a lot of picture that won't show up right now
Yeah,
for some reason.
you're right. You're right. In my Discord, that's the case. Your picture, Dong, finally showed up, and I'll put that on the screen. This is a meme that you made, right?
I didn't make it, but we used it on the chimp out a while back.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm pulling that up right now. This is a tweet from you. It says an appropriate time to post this. Shut the fuck up, journalist. You posted that today, as a matter of fact.
I just posted that a moment ago while we were on the air. And that image showed up right away when I linked the tweet. But if you scroll up, you'll see my name with a little like image space, but instead of the image, it's a little Discord poop emoji.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been doing that in many server, not only yours.
well, I just pulled in Zeph. Let me ask you something. Do any of you guys think that I shouldn't talk to Zeph because he's a bad guy? Shouldn't bring him in
I
because
got a
he's a bad
question for
guy.
Seth. Does Liz
Yeah, go
Reptile fart in stereo?
I'm sorry, what? Hold on, there's an airplane fucking going over the goddamn house right now. Seriously?
Yeah, really.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Some rich faggot wanted to fly his little Cessna or some shit. All right, go ahead. What was the question?
Does Liz Reptile fart in stereo?
I have no fucking clue, dude. I have never tried it. And it's been months ever since I was even associated, like, on that level with her, so.
In stereo, what does that mean
Okay, so the plane
exactly?
is
She's
gone.
two
Okay,
assholes. That's the fart in stereo. That's the joke.
I know, yeah, I know. Sorry, my mind is, like, all on this whole, like, flagging shit.
Yeah.
And this is just reeking of kraut, and not just kraut, but like Sargon, liberalist, all that other shit. I mean, if anybody knows, like, if they look in his server, they can see Innos is like the main admin of the server, right? He's Kraut's head admin. Anything that was like done is always like done through him. Like anything that was like, you know, like he gave me a task or he wanted a request of me, Innos was always involved somehow. Just go to Kiwi Farms, look up Joseph Lancaster, and Innos is mentioned. And when you look up the information for his mom, and you look up the information for Innos, Innos is the security advisor for Kraut's politician mother.
I remember
German
Innos.
politician mother.
Hold on, no, I remember this guy. Back when Kraut and Ape did the Western Front podcast, before we all knew Kraut was a massive Spurg and he was just another YouTuber. And I was Ape's server admin, and we weren't doing the chimp out. He used to have me help record audio for the Western Front if we needed to isolate some audio. And through that connection, I ended up helping Kraut make a fan Discord server, not a gay ops Discord server, just an ordinary fan Discord server that he nuked about a month later. But when he brought me in and it was total chaos in there, the head mod at that time was Innos.
Mm-hmm. That guy, I'm telling you, there's a connection.
Make sure he's banned
between...
from the Ape server, just because fuck that guy.
Yeah, there's a connection, and this is just my opinion. There's a connection between Innos, the liberalist, Sargon, the Tommy C guy who fucking flagged me earlier, who was boasting on his live stream. It's downloading right now. I had to download that before I came out here. He was boasting. He was saying that they're going to lose their money anyway. They're going to lose their platforms. I don't even know why we're wasting our time, but I just get heated and yada, yada. That's what he was saying when he was trying to say that Andy Worski was a pedo and all this other shit, right? Yeah. And I, of course, got into it with him in the DMs, and he starts playing dumb. The guy on one side will sit there and act like a total badass, and he acts like a total cocksucker in secret. Oh, I always liked you. You know, you a good guy. You know, he's that kind of piece of shit. But so the point is, though, there's a connection between all of these people. There's a connection between Donga. There's a connection between Tommy C and the Bunty Kings and all of these other fucking skeptic fucking YouTubers who do have check marks. Now, can you imagine? Let me just go ahead and just pitch an idea here to you, okay? Imagine these guys sitting in another server, which we know is out there, right? We already know that server exists because there's been leaks and stuff from this kind of thing. So imagine them sitting in a server and they're all coordinating a mass flag of Ralph streams with their check marks and the power behind those check marks. Because if you have a check mark, if you have a larger YouTube channel, you can flag down channels a lot more efficiently than, say, a whole bunch of small, insignificant, low sub channels.
Well, the strike did come from the Wall Street Journal, though, right?
Well, who else likes to get involved with the quote unquote the news outlets? Remember with the Edgy Sphinx or Braving Ruin?
I'm going to be right
He tried
back,
to dox. He tried to dox Braving through the New York. Was it the New York Times? Yeah, that reporter from the New York Times.
Keep the conversation going. I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
I mean, who has a track record of reaching out to the very liberal publications and trying to fuck people's lives over?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the MO is just very, very clear here, and I of course I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but you know, if it smells like shit, if it looks like shit, it's probably shit, and it really does kind of look and smell like shit right now, or in this case, it would be trout. I mean,
Well, I don't think
Sargon
they have
being
that
mean
much
and everything,
power.
he probably. Oh, go ahead.
I don't think they have that much power because soon after Medicare was banned, Corral also did get a kick. Maybe it was just optics and he or something with a suck account.
How's my voice? Volume okay?
I can hear you fine.
I just wanted to suggest possibly consider a much larger. I mean, we've known that they have been ratcheting down on alternate voices for time, and I would suggest this is again shutting down all alternate voices prior to the election lasted, and this is scheduled. This is above just a couple people. This is the industry suppressing.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree with you because see, this is not about trying to permanently sunset the kill stream.
Crazy, communists go, oh, they're so, but that's what Trump is trying to stop it. But they want violence. They want to show Trump being bad,
Right.
to sort of elevate their crazy troops. And they're going to try to schedule it no matter what. That's very much potential there.
And I wouldn't put it past them to do things like having controlled oppositions, or running false flag ops, like having somebody go out there claiming to be affiliated with certain groups that are not what they think it is, and then say, well, yeah, these guys are totally Nazis because he was watching the kill stream, he was watching this, or he was doing this. It's obvious shit rats already on the image boards and trying to run ops there. He fucks up every now and then, but he learns from his mistakes, and he continues to run ops there. And
He hasn't learned to clean up after himself, though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but you never know, though. What if there's people within the group, though, that are smarter than he is, and what if they're managing to fit in? And,
no, I mean, I'm talking about in real life. His room's a mess.
Oh,
His is all over shit.
Yeah, I know. I watched Jim's stream on that. That was funny as fuck. I was cracking up. I didn't know that whole backstory with the guy. I really didn't. I had no clue that he was that. Well, for one, he was that young, and for two, he was that autistic and just plain like cringy, just weird.
Lord Southern was Helen of Soy.
Lord,
Helen of Soy.
Right.
That's great. Somebody go out and make a Lauren Southern as Helen of Soy as a meme and send it to me on Twitter. Do it now.
And most people go to Ralph's thing for shits and giggles, but I hope a lot of the folks that are seeing this will go out and vote. We have early voting and we vote, but people have just got to. Now, and I'll tell you this, mark my word, within the month, once the red wave happens, there's going to be this media thing is about to break down, and Julian Assange is about to get involved with it as well.
Yeah, this has been a long-standing thing that's been happening. I mean, look at what's happened. They took down Alex Jones. Okay, this guy, maybe not everybody agrees with everything he says. Maybe watering it down. Maybe they think he's a controlled op. Whatever. The thing is, though, this is Alex Jones. This is a guy that has been doing this shit. He started off with just his laptop and his little tiny ground, just stirring shit up and trying to expose stuff. And they took him out. He managed to climb the ranks and get to a massive size, a massive platform. He's gone. And aside from, say, people who don't like the fact that he was deplatformed, you don't hear anything. You don't hear anybody protesting, really. You see all of these liberal-minded people who are like, just completely defending it with the most asinine arguments possible. And the whole YouTube being a utility or social media being a utility. Well, yeah, okay, let's pretend this. It's like, well, no, it's a private company. Okay, well, what if I'm a private company and I go and I buy up all the fucking food in the world and I control all the farms? Are you going to consider me a utility now when I tell you can't eat? Or when I decide to charge you $500 for a loaf of bread? Yeah, no, it is a fucking public utility. The moment you become the moment you get to a certain, and everybody depends on your platform for telecommunications, for communications, just as big or even bigger than traditional communication. You are a public utility, and you should be treated like one. Not that you should be you should be regulated, but you shouldn't be like, I could say like go to do completely and utterly like forced to do whatever, but. Still, there should be like some set of standards that are legislated and said, okay, well, you can and you can't do this.
Bill of Rights. That's what we need.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Because right now it's the goddamn Wild West. And if they actually want to help the situation on the internet, then yeah, make an internet bill of rights. Make it to where people have their freedom of speech, and then you can still go after the nutbags that say screw your optics, I'm going in.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we may never get an internet bill of rights thanks to Obama, who gave the internet over to the Europeans, because in Europe there are no rights.
Right, and that's the other scary thing. The scary thing is that ICANN now is under the control of foreign nations. So hey, guess what? Now it's no longer. It doesn't matter what petitions we sign or how loud we scream or shake our fists at the sky.
I think at this point, our only hope is for Elon Musk to make a new internet. Elon Musk,
I think he's busy building rocket
do something good. We all know he's a troll.
Oh man, yeah, no, I mean, like it's possible. You can build a new network, or you can hide on the existing one, like similar to where the Tor network works. But it will cut the exposure certain messages will have by having to be pushed into the shadows. You know what I mean? Being pushed behind encryption and all of that is definitely going to reduce the amount of people that you can actually expose a message to.
All right, I'm
so
back.
They know that's what's going to happen, and they're hoping that happens. They're hoping to push it to that to that point, and then eventually they'll start penalizing people for just using encryption altogether. Using Tor. Oh, you use Tor? Why are you using Tor? What's wrong? How come? Oh, you say you're only doing online shopping. Well, why do you need Tor for that? That shit's going to happen afterwards. So it's the solution would be to create a new system of communication that they have no ability to control at all. But that's going to take somebody smarter than any of us, really.
I'm back, by the way. Did we hit the super chat from Aaron Shadows? Because we need to do that if we haven't done that.
I can't see any super chats. I'm sorry, man. I was running my mouth off with the whole conspiracy shit that I think was going on.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Aaron Shadows sent $5.
I can't read it. I'm here watching you guys because the Killstream was taken down. Be honored. Don't squander this opportunity to discuss guillotine over your heads. Over her heads.
Don't worry, guys. At the end of the show, we're going to kill the fucking Jew host. He's done for.
Let's not
we're going to take over.
Let's not do that. I disavow. No, we are not certainly not rejoicing in what happened to the Killstream. The Killstream is a really solid. It's a solid stream. It's very unfortunate. I enjoy the Killstream. I certainly want to keep going. And what we know is that if they go after the Killstream first, what they're going to do is they're going to come after us next. They're going to come after the little guys. So they go after the big guys first, then the little guys come next. So it's definitely not a good thing.
You should not be worried. You always spurg about drama that happens on other shows. So you should not be worried. The thing that took down the Killstream was their big mouth about things that relate in real life, like maybe the caravan thingy, or I will not name them, but a certain journal.
A certain journal that starts with wall and ends with street.
Yeah, Ellington, I think you'll be fine if you just rename your channel from Oof Curator to Jew Curator. Your channel would be untouched.
I just got to put you in there somewhere so they know that I'm one.
Right. We could hide under the blanket. Of Jewish protection.
There we go. So everybody who's watching us right now, and we're at well over 400 people, and we topped out at 600 people. Just so you know, the Oofcast will be fine. It's got the Jew blanket protection, so we're okay. You can always come.
Hey, I gotta go fairly soon, but I'm talking with Dick Masterson in Twitter DMs. He's not a fan of Elon. For I'm not sure. I'm not going to ask him why, but he reminded me of Ethereum, which is a project to decentralize the internet. And if they get that off the ground, which it seems to be doing pretty well, that could be our savior there.
Well, why don't you send him a link to the Discord? I don't know if he does Discord.
Dick Masterson is not going to come on your show, dude. I'm not. I hate to break it to you.
Oh,
Dick Masterson isn't coming on your show.
That's heartbreaking. We're not too bad of a show. I mean,
maybe Elon Musk will.
Look, even I did spoke with the guys a couple of times. He won't show up here. Okay, forget about it.
You guys are breaking my heart here. Why wouldn't he show up to the Oofcast? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the Oofcast?
The Oofcast is just oofy enough. You don't need to stop with your goofiness already. I mean, Def, for all the talk that I've heard about the guy, seems pretty reasonable right now, and he's on to something.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna tweet at him. We'll see what happens. It doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt to invite him on here, right?
Sorry, it was digitizing. I didn't hear like the last 30 seconds of what anybody said. Hopefully, it wasn't anything extremely important, but
I was just saying that you're on to something.
Oh, I'm on to some. Well, I don't. I mean, I don't know if I really am or not, but like, judging with my personal experience with
the Tommy C guy flagged you down and was proud of it, right?
Yeah, he's an admin on Kraut's server. he's a mod, so he puts people in the gulag and shit. And he's even said it on stream several times. He's friends with Kraut. Kraut is the one that brought Donga, the Tonkasa guy, around to being friendly towards Kraut and all of the YouTube scientists over there. And so, yeah, they're all a part of one little group. And Tommy C was straight out calling people Nazis on his show earlier. I mean, Andy Worski was like trying to hey, what the fuck you calling me a pedophile for? He's in the chat. And they just start going off with all this, you're hanging out with Nazis and you're doing all that. And just the most asinine, not even well thought out arguments that he just started spewing out there. And then I confront him in the DMs and I'm like, so I'm just going to go ahead, since I'm a self-righteous fuck, I'm going to go ahead and ask you some more morality questions. How do you feel about, what I asked him, I said, how do you feel about retroactive guilt? Like say the girl, she's flirting with you, whatever. She looks like an adult. And then the moment she tells you what her age is and you're like, oh, well, fuck off. Well, you didn't do anything wrong. You told her to fuck off once you found out the age, right? So, this whole, they're just reaching and looking for a scoop and looking for the best, things that they can find to try to destroy people. It's pathetic.
Yeah. So,
and then I called him out on Twitter. I made an ass out of him, and of course I get flagged.
All a stupid guy like Kraut could do, put the journal under his wing to shut the peoples down, because
he's not the brains of the operation. Kraut is a fucking idiot. I agree with Jim. Kraut is a complete moron, but he does have smarter people who are more devious, who want to use his platform to launch pad their ideas. So he's more or less just a means of he's the means of which they can attain their goals, in my opinion.
So Tommy C is a moderator in the Kraut server. Is that right?
The last time I was in there, I mean, I got kicked from Kraut server, but the last time I was in there, which was 3 weeks ago, and he discovered one of my sock accounts, and yeah, Tommy C was right up there as one of the regular moderators, along with several other YouTubers that have been getting exposed by Jim lately. Kind of funny how that just sort of correlates and matches up to some of the shit that everybody's thinking. It just kind of fits a little bit.
Yeah, it's really.
So yeah, I'm sorry, but judging from my experience from being there inside the server during the Krautgate shit. Because the only reason why I was there initially was because Kraut was an idiot. I was gonna use that idiot to try to use his sub base to squash out Donga in his infancy before he became anything. That backfired, of course. But yeah, I heard from Geek Thulu about the whole Rage After Storm shit, so that's why I recorded from day one when I was in there.
Well, good part on you, I guess. The ovaries are activated, and it's that period of the month, apparently. So, yes, somebody got hurt in the bunch. I don't know if a specific journalist did that, and I wonder if we can get any information on it.
I don't know. It's possible. What I do say though is, like, you know, we can only do what we can do, and I say once Ralph gets back up, he should start looking at he should start challenging other YouTubers, suspected YouTubers. Hey, show your report history. Yes. Hey, Matt, show us an updated report history.
Dude, I see where you're coming from, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. I don't think this is a coordinated thing like that. I think this is bigger than that. I think this is journalists and other left-leaning organizations that are doing this, not just individual butthurt YouTubers.
Oh no! I don't think it's just butthurt YouTubers. I think the butthurt YouTubers are the mechanism that the journalists are using. That's what I think. I think they're just the tools in this.
I think that it's a butthurt journalist. That's my proposition. That it's a singular journalist from that publication that shall not be named.
Right.
That is so much butthurt and gathering information and watching every fucking Killstream ever. And now he got tired of it. It got tired of it because it got too close to home with the latest stream that they were doing.
Yeah, I saw the NPC meme.
Yes.
Before it got flagged down. That probably pissed that person off.
Guys, I gotta go. I got work tomorrow. But I want to leave you and the audience with what I've always said is my rules for online streaming and all this stuff. All right.
Right.
Don't rely on it for income. Don't even do it for the money. If you're not having fun, stop. Go get her. It's not. There's nothing wrong with having a normal, reliable job and doing this as a hobby. But the moment you start relying on it for income, that's when they have you by the wallet.
Even Giadis has a job at the corner store. So yeah.
Anyway, good night, everyone. Long live the Killstream. Long live free speech.
Don, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate you having you on.
I'm interested in his theory. I mean, like, okay, so if it is the butthurt journalist, how would this butthurt journalist accomplish what they did? Because, I mean, like, if they don't have the check mark themselves, do they have a contact in YouTube?
The organization behind the butthurt journalist can do more than just that butthurt journalist, but he can report on it from to a higher up. There's somebody in the position that could do that, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
We're going deep O'Keefe territory here. Know what I mean?
It's I'm willing to consider that completely. I'm completely willing to consider that, but it would seem like that would be more or less the optics for their side to make this happen. Because if it can just be sent, I don't know. It's like, it just seems more like if it was coming from several different accounts, then it just kind of creates so many different degrees of separation, which make it hard to pinpoint who's at fault. But if it's specifically somebody, that person can be held accountable, that person can be sued, that person can be found out for what they were doing.
There's a reason the young turd had a meeting with Google and they could get away with saying the most outrageous shit ever as long as it's on the list.